Hi there. Today I just want to show you a couple of things from the Sale-A-Bration catalogue that we've just launched at Stampin Up. There's some really nice items that you can receive for free based on qualifying orders of £45. At the start of the book there's ones that are for £45, and then at the back you've got ones that are for a £90 spend, where they're, you know, that one's a really big stamp set, and this one is a stamp set and designer series paper that matches it. So we've got one of the really nice bundles of DSP in this one. It's the daffodils, and it matches with the Daffodil Daydream bundle that's in the actual mini catalogue. So the only way you can get the DSP to go with that is by placing a big enough order. But if you ordered the Daffodil Daydream bundle, that's £51.25p, and you would automatically be able to then order the papers free. As you can see, there's various different things in here, lots of free papers that coordinate with our actual dies and stamps that are in the mini catalogue. Okay, now this one you might have already seen on some of my cards that I've made with the robots. There's quite a nice background with two different textures really. You've got the marbled background, and then on the other side it's a bit less sort of I don't know how to describe it, more paler I suppose, probably not the right terminology, but as you can see, and it comes in some really nice colours. Okay, so that's one of the Sale-A-Bration items, Simply Marbleous. It's a pack of 6x6 designer paper, and there's 48 sheets in total, so that's really good. And another one of the free items is this stamp set here, Awesome Otters, and I'm going to be making a card using both of those today. I absolutely love otters, and whenever we go to Cotswold Wildlife Park I always head to the otters to see whether they're there, and I could watch them for ages. So yes, I'm going to make a card using those today for you. Okay, so this is the card. As you can see, the marbly effect paper and a couple of the otter stamps. Okay, so we'll start off. One of the other things I've used is the Picture This dies. So you get the circles, and you also get one that cuts rectangles, and obviously you end up with some spare bits left over, so you can use those on other projects. For this one, as you'll see on here, I've already cut it, but I've left the die in place. You get 3 big holes and then 3 smaller ones, and when you take it off you'll notice that it's actually stitched around the edges. So you get stitching, if you can see that, stitching on those edges there and stitching around this bit. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those out the way for a minute. I will want the little circles, but the big ones I can use on something else. Okay, so I've got my Misty Moonlight base, which is a piece of cardstock cut at 8 inches by 5 3/4 and scored at 4 inches. Pop that out the way, and I've got a white layer here which is 4 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches long. Now, just so that I know where to stamp, I'm going to pop this on here and just do some rough, very faint lines in the circle. It can be rubbed out afterwards, but it will just give me a guide for where I want to stamp. And this layer is 5 1/4 inches by 3 1/2 inches. So each time I cut a layer, I go down by 1/4 inch. Just pop that out of the way. Okay, now I'm using Memento ink today, and I've got my little otters here ready. So I should just stamp the first one up. That I'm going to actually, this will be the opposite side to the card I've just made, but I'm just going to put them in there like that. Pop that out the way for a moment. I have got my Stampin' Scrub open, but it's just out of the shot at the moment, and I just think I want just to be able to mask off this bit here for a minute so that I don't go over. And I can take that off, and then just to put the greeting sentiment in there, you're utterly awesome. So this could be for a birthday, congratulations, just simply because you want to send someone you like a card. I'm going to actually be sending it to my son, who, as many of you will know, he has many challenges within education, and yesterday I was given some of his mock results, and he's done really well in the exams that we've had back so far. And though he will automatically think that he has done badly, I'm hoping that a really nice card like this will help him to realise that we're really proud of him. Okay, so I've just rubbed out those lines, and as you can see, when we put this back on, it will match up perfectly. Okay, so for the next step, I'm just going to use some blends, and I'm going to colour in the otters. Now these blending pens, Stampin' Blends, are really good. They come in a light and a dark version in each of the colours. This is Crumb Cake, so I'm going to do the otters sort of mouth part here, and he's down to his tummy in the light Crumb Cake. Go into and the same on this one. It doesn't take long with these brush tips. I don't know if you can see that, I've got quite a bit of shadow today. So that's there. And then with the dark one, I'm just gonna go round the outside part so that you've got two colours. And if you go over it, doesn't matter, because the colouring will blend in nicely, just to give it a bit of extra shadow or a different shade. Okay, so it doesn't take too long. So these are really good for using to colour with. And of course we also have our Stampin' markers that you can colour with, and there's watercolour pencils which you can use as pencils or add a bit of water to them and just make them look like water paints really. And then we've got pastels, which came out in the last catalogue, and I've not used. I believe they're quite good. Okay, so I've nearly finished this little chap. Okay, then I was just going to add a little bit of grey. This is light smoky slate for his nose. And now we've got some balmy blue, so the darker ones I'm just going to add some definition. Just to give it a bit of texture. And then the light one, as you see, I don't know if you should be able to see, the brush end has got a thicker line here, and then the thinner end has got a thin line, so that you know which end you're using, or you can find which end you want easily. And then just I'm going to go down quite a way, because just to make sure it's covered in that. Okay, so then I'm going to come back and put our marble, as you can see from this. I just need to add a bit of extra colour. On here, well, that's sounds like my son's home and the dog. And unfortunately we've got new cameras at our front door. That alert you if there's anybody at the front door. Okay, so as you can see, that will blend in along there. And now I can just get my good old Tombow which is brilliant for card making. Just go around some of the edges. And just line it back up. Okay, now I've lost my little ones. Perhaps they're underneath. No. There they are. Okay, so you can see with these little ones, you can work out roughly where they would have been. So you know that one's up there, and just add some glue just to the back and stick them back in. Simply, it's quite easy to line it up. On this side it's probably a bit harder on the other side. Now I've pressed that one down, can't get it back out. Okay, and then I'm just going to run some glue around the edge of that in the middle so that I can stick it to my card base. And there's the finished card. So I hope you have enjoyed that. Put that back in. The Sale-A-Bration is live now and runs until the 28th of February. The items, I believe, are available while stocks last, because they only bring in a certain amount of product for this Sale-A-Bration. There's also, while I'm doing the video, I may as well talk to you also about joining Stampin Up. Join Sale-A-Bration, there's a really good offer, and you get extra free bits really. It's £99 to join, and with that you get £130 worth of products, all of your business supplies, and you also get 2 stamp sets of your choice. Can be out of the new mini catalogue, or it can be out of the annual catalogue. It's up to you, totally your choice what you pick, but you get the extra 2 stamp sets today free, and that goes until the 28th of February. So if you want any more information on that, you can always look at my website, which is www.inspiredcrafts.co.uk, or you can contact me for some more information. Okay, thanks then. Bye.